Hello there everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree. I join you here barefaced because this is going to be Get Ready With Me, featuring all of my most neglected makeup, or a handful of them anyway. This is going to be the last video in my makeup collection appreciation series that I did this week. I did post a video every single day, in case this is the first one you're seeing from me. I did post a video each day this past week featuring just some makeup that I've been loving from my own collection, and this is going to be a lot of really neglected products. Oh, hi, Kat. Anyway, let's get started. So for primer, I actually have two primers. I have the Ciate Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I like the primer, but I don't like these like little beads that are in here. I hope a couple end up coming out so you can see them. Oh, nice. So they have these little like black bead things. And I don't know if it's called Watermelon Burst. I'm assuming it's supposed to burst somehow. But the little black parts don't dissolve that easy. Smells really good though. Of course they dissolved. Those little parts never dissolve. Like, oh, here's a little piece of one. They like stay on your face and you have to keep like moving them around. And then like go around and pick them off. And it drives me nuts. I don't know why. I just don't really like it that much. But I do like the primer. I just never use it because I don't like those little things. But yeah, now we're sufficiently glowy. For foundation, oh my gosh, the most neglected thing I have is from number 7. I love number 7. You guys know I love number 7. But this, I don't use all that much anymore. It's the Match Made Custom Blend Foundation Drops. I have the shade Cool Ivory. And the reason I don't use these too much is because they don't mix well with everything. This one, and I know that Cover FX has one. I mean, I think they were like the pioneers of the thing. Where it's like a mix-in tint, it's a liquid pigment you mix in with your moisturizer or primer or something like that, and it makes like your own custom foundation. They don't mix well with everything though, and same with the Cover FX. I hated them so much. So I'm gonna I haven't mixed it with this before, the Spackle Under Makeup Primer from Laura Geller. I had to take dust off of this. It was so dusty. I never use this one. I always use the Spackle Tinted Makeup Primer. But let's try it. Let's get a little of this on the hand. And we're gonna do, I find that 2 drops of this is like fine for me because the color isn't perfect. It comes out like this. And we'll do 2 drops. The color for me is not perfect, and 3 drops is way too much. So, oh, see, like even 2 drops, like that's a lot. Seems to be mixing pretty well though. Oh, it's really dark. Okay, you know what? Well, too late. We're going for it. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Maybe it just looks dark on my hands. Oh, hi, Kat. Do you have an opinion? What's your most neglected makeup? Can you hear him meowing? I don't know if you can hear him or not. Or you think I'm just talking to myself? Oh, you know what? I don't hate it. All right. I feel like my mirror is way too far right now. But let's go ahead and blend this in. You know what? This actually mixed really well with that primer. I find that stuff, it doesn't mix well, and it really like separates a lot with other things. And I don't like it that much. I like it, but I don't like all the experimenting you have to do to get it to work. And it's the same problem I had with the Cover FX one. Let's just use all of it. I feel like that mirror is too far. Let me bring this one in. Put it right here. I feel like it's gonna fall. Okay, that's good. You know what? I don't hate it. I have a lot of primer on, but you know what? It looks okay. Considering how dark it was on my hand, I think it went on just fine. Not a ton of coverage, as you can see, just a nice little bit of color and a heck of a lot of shine. I don't have any really neglected concealers because I'm really focusing on working through all of them. And so I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild Photofocus because it's what I have that I'm currently using. Hate the applicator of this. Like the tiniest bit comes out and you have to like dip back in 100 million times to get it out. Okay. That's fine. And let's blend that out really quickly. You know what? I think because I have my Tarte CC under eye corrector that I'm going to put on. I don't have any other, the only other one I use for my under eyes is the Shiseido Synchro Skin Concealer, and neither of these are neglected. So I'm going to blend this in, put on the under eye concealer, and I'll join you back here in a second. All right. So for powder, I have the two that immediately came to mind. One of them, let me dust my fingerprints off, is from number 7, and it is the Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder. It says translucent, but they also have different shades. So this is the shade Light Medium. I did a video on this and actually the drops, I want to say a year, if not longer ago. And I just recently have been seeing this powder kind of making the rounds. People kind of discovering it and thinking that it's amazing. I think it's just fine. It's not amazing for me. The color, I don't like the color that transfers off on it. I don't know. I'm going to put a little bit because I do have another powder that I want to mention. But apparently this powder is supposed to be similar to Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless powder. Anyway, I think it's just fine. This one though from Cover FX, this is the Translucent Light Perfect Setting Powder. This is their Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. I used to love this powder. And I actually, you know what, it's down there in the box somewhere. I have one of these on Poshmark right now, an unopened one, because I loved this so much that I bought the full size. And then I promptly kind of feel like I grew out of it. And I found the Too Faced Multi-Use Complexion Powder, and I love it so much more. That I find this kind of powder just a little much. But I did use it the other day, and I was like, you know what? It's not so bad. I get it with the damp sponge and put it on my face. And then I get a brush. Where's my brush at? Let's just get this brush and then just dust it off right away. I don't like to let it sit for too long because I think it just sucks all the life out of your face. I'm just so matte. I'm not used to looking so matte. It's a really good powder. It's a really good powder. I didn't need to buy the full size. I'm still working with this one and I haven't even finished it. Like it's maybe halfway. I just don't use it as much now. So now that I'm looking very ghostly and powdered down, let's go to some bronzer. These two are my most expensive bronzers I own. Let me dust it off on my shorts. And I never, ever use them. This is from by Terry, and it's the Terrybly Densiliss Contouring Focus Rides 200 Beige Contrast. This is what it looks like. I hate that the powder is not exactly in the middle. I bought this on Beautylish. I actually got both of these things on Beautylish. And I was shocked at how tiny it was. For how expensive it was, I was like, no freaking way. And I was complaining about how small it was. I've never used it up, right? Same with this. This is from Tom Ford. This is the bronzing powder in the shade Terra. Beautiful, compact. I think even if I ever used this up, I would never get rid of this. I think I'm going to use both of these because why not? Let's use the by Terry one first. Let's use the... We'll just use this. I don't know. We'll just mix them together, I guess. This one I never really liked all that much because it took forever to get anything to show up because it has this really, really light powder on the other side. And as much as I try to squish a brush in the corner, I feel like it never really picks up what I want it to. And it would drive me nuts. Like, it just seemed like too much work for how expensive it was. And I had one other thing from by Terry, and I sold it on Poshmark as well. A Sun Designer palette. And I really liked that, but I never used it. I'd rather just let someone else have it, let someone else get some use out of it. And then the Tom Ford one, this is the most natural one that I have. Natural bronzer that I have. It definitely looks like part of your skin. Move hair. And it really just, I don't know, melts into your face. It looks like your face is naturally making this color rather than that you put it there. And I really like it, but I don't know why I never use it. I don't know. I don't like my forehead. I always put like the Too Faced. You know what? I'm gonna put some powder on it real quick. Hold on. I don't know. Did that make a difference? Who knows? Okay. Let's keep bronzing up. But same thing like with this one as the by Terry. Takes forever to build up some color on your face. And this one also was really, really small. I was expecting it to be the bigger one because they have a bigger one. And that's the one I always see people use. So when I ordered this, I thought it was going to be that one. It was not. 3,000 layers later, we'll have some color on this face. It's just a frustrating product to use. I don't know. It's also just not for me, you know? I like something that shows up quickly, but not too crazy pigmented. I guess that's okay. I don't know. This is just, I'm like frustrated using this. I don't feel luxurious using it. I just feel like frustrated. Anyway, you know what? That's as good as it's gonna get. It's fine. Okay, move on. Making myself mad with that bronzer. Okay, highlighter. I have here the Laura Geller Life Glows On Illuminator Palette. I mentioned this in my, what did I do? Highlighter collection video. So let me swatch these. It has 3 different shades: Opal Crush, French Fizz, and Diamond Dust. Oh my god, they're all so pretty. Which one do I want to use? I kind of want to use the purple one. Let's put that one on just for funsies. Opal Crush. Can you see it? Maybe on the other side you'll see a little better. I usually put highlighter all up here too, but I think with this one I might not want that purple all the way on my face, but do I? I'm tempted. I don't know. I'm tempted. Oh well, that looks pretty. I don't know why I never use this. I have no idea. Don't know why I never use it. I open it all the time to swatch it and then I put it back. For blush, I pulled out the Balm How About Them Apples Cream Blush Palette. This is awesome. I've had this for a really long time and it's never dried up. This one here called Crisp, but was a different kind of formula than the other ones. It was more firm, and I think it's because it has the shimmer in it. It made it like a harder kind of formula. Let's go with the shade. What do I want to wear? I want to wear this one, but with the purple highlighter, yep, let's go with Caramel. They're just as creamy as the day I got this. Like, this hasn't dried up at all. It's so good. This is a wonderful blush formula. And now that I bought, I'm like really into cream bronzer now. Is that too much? I feel like I really want to start using cream blush and highlighter too. At least use the things I have, you know. And dang, that's so good. I love this formula. I don't know how I feel about this makeup though, but the formula is nice. Is that too much? It's okay, it's fine. Let's move on. All right, I'm gonna put on some eyebrows and I'll join you back for a seriously neglected eyeshadow palette. Okay, threw on some, I don't know, smudgy eyebrows. I did put on a little bit of eye primer, the Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer in the shade Champagne on my eyelids. And then, oh my gosh, this palette. This has to be one of the most neglected palettes that I own. This is the So Jaded palette from Colourpop. This is the Kathleenlights Colourpop palette. This is what it looks like. I remember when I got this, and I remember being out of town. I think I did the video out of town, swatching this whole thing and talking about it because I'd used it every day that I was there. I never really pull it out all that much because there's just too much. And I've realized in myself and my preferences that too many choices is like almost like having no choices. Like it's overwhelming. I don't know what to do. I don't want to use it, right? I'd rather use a tiny quad or something. So this has a Super Shock shadow in here, which I don't know why they put that in there because it's going to dry up. Some absolutely disgusting glitter. I hate those pressed glitters with all of my heart. But the rest of the shadows in here are fine. I actually don't hate them. I think I want to use the shade Smoky Quartz though. This one right here, that's really pretty. And maybe rose quartz. I think I'm going to do rose quartz and smoke. I really was just going to use this one, but I think I'll do 2 eyeshadows today. Let's go crazy and use 2 eyeshadows. Look how quick that went on. Did I have eyeshadow already on here, or is that just that pigmented? Dang! That happened so fast. I'm using this Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush, the JH34. They had these brushes on sale on Ulta's website, and I bought a few of them. And they came in the most obnoxious packaging I've ever seen for a brush. But this brush is awesome. I'm so glad I bought it. It's really, really good. So we're just gonna blend, blend, blend. That's fine. Now let's put on some smoky quartz on the lid. Ooh, this one is so pretty. When it comes to Colourpop, I always get stuck using the same shades, like the ones I know I really love, and I never branch out to the other ones. Oh my gosh, that is really, really pretty. Colourpop definitely knows what they're doing with their pressed shadows. I remember when they first introduced the pressed shadows, and I think it was with, if I'm not mistaken, the palette with, what the heck's her name? Her name's something. She does YouTube videos. Makeup by Mandy. Makeup by Mandy 24. That's probably not her name anymore, but she did a palette with them, and it was their first time they did pressed shadows. I don't think it got like the best reviews ever, but they kept going. They kept doing it. They're like, no, we're going to do pressed shadows, and they're going to be good. And look at that. They're good. Do I want something darker in the outer corner? Nah, let's keep it light. All right, on the lower lash line, let's do that rose quartz. The rose quartz shade looks a lot different on my eyes than it does in a swatch. Like, in a swatch, it looks like brown. Not really. Actually, no, it has a lot of rosiness to it. In the palette, it looks tan, like brown, but you know what? It's very rosy. I actually think I want to put a little bit more of that on my, this glitter is all over my fingers, this blue one, and I didn't even touch it. Ugh. My face is so matte, and my under eyes are not. I don't really enjoy putting powder on my under eyes, and they're really like glossy from my concealer. Alright, alright, hold on. Alright, there was a hair on my face, like a little, like a piece of a string from like a cotton ball, and I could feel it tickling me. This eyebrow is bugging me. If you guys know of a better eyebrow pencil, so I've been using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer forever, and I love it, love it, love it. I have 1 or 2 more in that drawer right there, but after that I'm not going to repurchase them. And I had been liking the Colourpop Brow Boss Brow Pencil for a long time as well, but now I feel like I hate this pencil. I feel like I just don't like how dry the pencil always is, and I used to like how dry it was, but now I feel like I have to like scrape across my skin to get the color to show up. And this one especially, I feel like I had to press it way too hard. And every time you take I don't keep the lids on it anymore, because every time you take the lid off of this, it pulls the spoolie out inside the lid, and it's really hard to get it out. So definitely a design flaw, and it happens with every pencil that I have, so it's nothing they've improved. But yeah, if you have a brow pencil that you really love, let me know which one it is, because I'm definitely in the market for a new one. And I have a ton of fallout on my face. I didn't put glitter on. How is it on my face? I can see that blue. Can you see it? I didn't even put that glitter on, and it's on my face. Okay. I got it. Okay. Hold on. I was getting very flustered. I had to wipe my hands off really quick. That there was like glitter somehow on my hands, and it was driving me nuts. Let's just wipe the inside of the palette while we're at it. I almost want to like scoop the glitters out sometimes. I hate them so much. I do want to put a little bit more, now that I'm off my tangent, rose quartz up here, because I just feel like I lost some of it when I put that shimmer on. I really like that shimmer. It's really, really pretty. The one called Smoky Quartz. This one hair is in my face. Ooh, you know what? I like that. Okay. Let me do some eyeliner. Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil. I don't think I have any neglected eyeliners. I don't keep like a big old collection of eyeliners. And this is the one that I have handy. I actually really love the way that eyeliner looks up here, but I don't like having to remove that. I feel like it never comes off. And then people that are able to put this on without pulling down their eye a little bit, how are they doing it? I feel like they're touching their eyeball with the pencil. I don't know how they do it. It's weird. This eyebrow. I'm going to stare at it all day. I know it. All right, mascara. No, let me do some setting spray first because I'm so matte right now. This is the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. It's just in the Wet n Wild bottle because I really, really, really love that spray a lot. On that bottle, love the NYX one. Definitely need to bring back some life to this face. It is so matte. Okay, now for some mascara. I have here the Urban Decay Perversion Bigger, Blacker, Badder. I don't remember what I think about this. I feel like I didn't like it. I don't remember. But it's definitely one that I was like, I have that. I don't even know if I've used it. Let's do some lower lashes. Always like to pinch the excess off the lower lashes. I like them to look like they're there, but not like too crazy. That's fine. All right. I really, really, really like this eyeshadow. Those two shades go together really well. This is like super wet. This is like a really, really wet formula. I'm not a big fan of super wet mascara because I don't like it to take forever to build up. I like something a little drier that builds on itself really well and really fast. All I can do is stare at that eyebrow. I think because this one is so like a straight line and that one looks blurry. Sorry I'm complaining about it all the time, but you know what? It's my face and I have to see it. So far, this mascara is fine. I would not buy this in a full size. I mean, it's okay. Are my lashes bigger, blacker, and badder? I don't know. They look bigger. I don't like this that much. It's too wet. It's too wet. They're too separated. Not that I mind them to be separated, but I like it to build up a little faster than this. It's frustrating. I'm going to stop there. No, I can't. Okay, one more. I'm going to build it up, whether it wants to build or not. It's okay. I'm stopping there. This is going to drive me nuts. Not a big fan of this. It looks nice, but I don't like, I mean, I like a little more oomph. All right, that is it. Those are all of my neglected things. Actually, no, I don't hate the way this came out, even though I was frustrated a little bit. Let's start off with everything. Let's recap quickly. The Ciate primer. I like this primer, but I don't like those little black things. I know you didn't really get to see it demonstrated, but I don't like those very much at all. But the primer's nice. And then as far as this primer, I do like this primer. It's lovely. I just never ever use it. But mixed with this, I actually didn't hate the coverage. I mean, it was really, really light. I do only like using 2 drops of this, though, because I feel like 3, it just takes it to a different color that I don't really like. I guess this is okay. I mean, I feel like I've grown out of my love for this. The concealer, I used Wet n Wild. I think the shade was a little light for me. I did look a little ghostly, but I like the concealer anyway. Cover FX powder, way too mattifying for me now. I really prefer something kind of illuminating, or I like my face to look a little more dewy than so matte. But the powder is good if you like that really matte face, you know. And then the number 7 powder I find to be just fine. I don't really understand why people are loving this so much right now. But yeah, I did a video on it a while ago. It came out a while ago. It just now it's kind of, I don't know, making the rounds on the YouTube. That's fine. Whatever. By Terrybly Densiliss, extremely frustrating. I think I'm actually going to declutter this. I feel like I've decluttered this before and tried to let it go, and I keep pulling it out and keeping it. But I'm very frustrated with this. I think I'm going to let it go. This is kind of the same thing, this Tom Ford one. I really like this compact, and I don't want to let this go. But it's frustrating for me to use. It's just dipping back in too many times. It doesn't feel luxurious to me. It just feels like, I don't know. It's neglected for a reason, I think. The L'Oreal Geller Life Glows On. This really purple highlight. I think it looks really cool. Definitely gonna pull this out more. This reminds me a lot of the, what is it? Kat Von D the Alchemist palette that I love so much. Definitely gonna pull that out some more, I think. I like that. Oh no, you know what I pulled out? This Makeup Geek pigment. I pulled this out to use. It's in the shade Pig. Just kidding. It's in the shade Firefly. This is something I made an extreme mess with one of the times I tried to use it. And it's so pretty. Like, I think I gotta try this out some more. I pulled this out to use it and I decided against it because I was already feeling frustrated with the other products and I knew I wouldn't want to, like, I don't know. I didn't want to take that on. And then this palette from Kathleenlights, the So Jaded palette with Colourpop. I mean, it's very Colourpop formula. If you like their formula, you will like this. If you like these kinds of colors, the glitters I find awful and frustrating, as well as this one is already dried up. I mean, I don't know why they put that in there without its own little cover or something. But the rest of it, I mean, it's fine. I actually really, really like the two shades I used, Rose Quartz and Smoky Quartz. I think it looks very pretty. And what else do we have? The How About Them Apples palette. Very pigmented, really nice. I really like this palette, though it's lasted a long, long time. The Balm has definitely perfected that cream blush formula. It's awesome. I don't like this mascara very much. I mean, it lengthened. It's way too wet. It takes way too long to build up. I was very frustrated using this. And I think that is everything. And this darn eyebrow, I'm going to keep staring at it. I'm going to go fix this eyebrow now. Thank you so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me, featuring some of my very neglected products. Some of these are definitely neglected for a reason. Some things I think I just want to let go of. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Let me know some things you have that are super neglected. I would love to know what is lurking around in your collection that you never use. And I'll see you later in another video. Bye.